Hey Thinksters! In this video we are going to address the factorial function. So the factorial function n faculty, like you write it like this, calculates the number of permutations in a set. So say you want to rank 3 soccer teams like Manchester United, Barcelona or FC Bayern München, Munich. How many possible rankings exists? And the answer is 3 faculty. Okay, so to have 3, we have 3 different rankings. So why? Because 3 faculty is basically 3 times 2 times 1. So this is like Munich. So like the first position can be held by 3 teams, and then the second position, because there's 1 team left, can be held by 2 teams, and the third position in the ranking can be held like by the 1 remaining team. So therefore we have like 6 different possible rankings. So in general, to calculate the factorial n faculty, you need to multiply all positive integer numbers that are smaller or equal to n. And for example, if you have 5 soccer teams, you have 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 equals 120 different pairings, and it grows rapidly. And so there are many different ways to calculate the factorial function in Python. And so one way is to use NumPy. So really quickly, I show you all the different ways. Like you can import NumPy as NP. This is a standard way of importing NumPy. And then you simply call numpy.math.factorial of 3, which is 6 then. And you can also use the same function call like for other factorial values. Like for example, we also had the example 5, which is 120. Okay, so this is the first way. The second way, you can use Scipy. So import Scipy, for example, and then you can call like scipy.math.factorial. And this basically is the same as NumPy because they both refer to the same function object. Okay, so now we have, you can see this scipy.math.factorial is checks whether it refers to the same object in memory. NumPy math factorial. NumPy is not defined. Okay, so I have to use NP because I imported it NumPy as NP. Okay, so call it NP, and you see it's true. Okay, so both of them refer to the same function object in memory, so therefore they are basically the same. So yeah, they are exactly the same. So but then there's a third way of calculating the factorial, which is like you can simply import math. The math module is very powerful in Python, and then call math factorial. And it's the shortest way, so I would recommend this way. And okay, so these were 3 ways to use a library to calculate the factorial, but you can also do it simply by yourself. So for example, in a one-liner, you can create a function factorial, use lambda function, which takes input 1 number, as you have seen previously, and then you simply use a factorial. So you multiply n with the factorial of n minus 1. Why does this work? Because, I mean, the factorial of n minus 1 is basically n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3 and so on. And you do this if n equals, if n is larger than 1, and else you have 1. Okay, so if n equals 1, then the result is 1. If n equals 2, then you would calculate the factorial of 1, which is 1 times 2, so 2 times 1. So basically it's exactly the same. This is a recursive definition of the factorial function. And now you can use factorial 3, for example. Okay, so all of those 4 different ways work really well. And yeah, you can also, like one really quick, we have one iterative way as well. So we can define another factorial function, and now we have a number, say fuck equal to n. This is the factorial, and now we iterate for I in range from 1 to n. So we go over all values and we simply multiply it with multiply them in the factorial function in this fuck variable, and then we have return the thing, and now we can print factorial of 3, and we get exactly the same result. Okay, so now you have learned about 5 ways to use the factorial function in Python. Thanks for listening to this video. See you in the next video. Bye.